So, okay, everyone just get ready for this. I really believe we ought to lower the voting age to 16.
What about the electoral
I know some people need to really sit with that, and I get it. Sit with it for a moment. But I'm telling you, if we want to take on some of the most intractable problems, you know, some of us of a certain age, we are going to benefit from the way things have always been. But anybody who is 16 right now, they are so aware of how this is not working out for them. And think about the influence they would have if they had an ability, if people who are running for office knew they had to respond to the needs of someone who is 16. And I know it's a complicated issue for some of you. I get it. But I think we should give it some consideration. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
I think we have to do a better job of also focusing on being a bit more bold. For example, I think we should reduce voting age to 16. I'll tell you why. So, Gen Z, they're age about 13 through 27. They've only known the climate crisis. They missed substantial parts of their education because of the pandemic. If they're in high school or college, especially in college, it is very likely that whatever they've chosen as their major for study may not result in an affordable wage. They've coined the term climate anxiety to describe fear of not only being able to buy a home, but that fear it'll be wiped out by extreme weather, but fear of having children. It is expected that Gen Z will have 10 to 12 jobs in their lifetime. They are a larger number than boomers. They're a specific generation of people who are going to impact our nation and the world. And I think we must invest in them, but I think that they are rightly impatient with a lot of what is the tradition of leadership right now. And if they were able to vote, because they know everything that's happening right now is going to impact them more than anybody older than them, for the most part, in terms of how these systems work. If they're voting right now, at 16 and up, they're going to be talking about the importance of climate. They're going to be talking about the importance of figuring out how AI is going to affect the future of the workforce. They're going to be focused on what are we really doing about affordable housing. And basically in politics, here's the hard truth about this. There are two centers of power that tend to influence how politicians think. Groups that vote the most and people who write the most checks. And I'm going to go every day with the people, and thinking about how do we strengthen people actually going to the polls and voting.
But also, don't forget what we also know about that age range. They can be really stupid. That's why we make them live in dormitories with a resident assistant, with a curfew, right? And as long as we don't give up our power, I say don't let anyone take your power from you. Don't let anyone take your power from you.